From the Ticats Audio Network, this is ongoing coverage of Grey Cup Week in Hamilton, presented by Swoop Airlines.
Louie B. Andy Fantuz at the Hamilton Convention Center, and Grey Cup Week coverage on the Ticats Audio Network, presented by Swoop Airlines, the official airline of the 108th Grey Cup. Did you know Swoop, Canada's ultra not expensive airline, also does getaway packages and all-inclusive vacations? Visit flyswoop.com to learn more and fly to sunny destinations for less. And listen to the Ticats Audio Network all throughout Grey Cup Week. As in partnership with Swoop, we're giving away 2 amazing prizes, a pair of Grey Cup tickets and a pair of round-trip flights to anywhere Swoop flies. All you have to do is listen for the Swoop keyword, and we'll give you a different keyword in every piece of content we create this week. So the more you listen, the more chances you have to win flights. Go to ticats.ca/listen to win for full contest details, terms, and conditions. As mentioned, Louie B. Andy Fantuz, and we're very pleased to be joined by DeVonte Dedmon of the Ottawa Redblacks. DeVonte, welcome to Hamilton and Grey Cup Week.
Hey, thank you for having me.
How's it been going? Like, what? I mean, I know you just got here, but Grey Cup. Obviously, you'd rather be here as a player.
Yeah.
But what's kind of this week like for you?
This is my first time in Hamilton, actually. I didn't get to play here during the season. So yeah, this is exciting. I landed like maybe an hour ago, so this has been fun.
Oh wow, we're very special then to have you on so quickly. Tell us about your what you just mentioned when you first came over here. What happened this week back in Ottawa?
Oh yeah, back in Ottawa was my first actual like snow drive. So tires were spinning a little bit, and I didn't know anything about winter tires or anything. So guys were like, "Yeah, it's time to put the winter tires on." So that's what I'm gonna do when I get back.
Obviously, this season didn't go the way you guys wanted it to in Ottawa. But what did you kind of take away from this year, and how are you going to apply that looking ahead?
I grew a lot as a man. This was a real live, like, growing experience for everybody in Ottawa. All the guys were actually young. We had guys like Brad Sinopoli, Alex Mateus, CT, all of these guys retired before the season. So it was up to guys like me that are young to step up into that, like, kind of leadership role. So, yeah, I grew a lot as a man, talking to the coaching staff every day. Yeah, so I'm excited for 2022.
Only your second season, and the most dangerous man in the league to score from anywhere on the field. There was a guy that used to claim that title from this era, Speedy B, and back in the day, and you kind of going in his footsteps. But you got the big award show on Friday night. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I'll see you there as well. I'm also very excited. And then what about the game? What are your thoughts on the game?
I gotta go for. I'm going for Hamilton. My boy D Watt. He worked out with me all 2020. We're from the same area, so gotta go for D Watt and the Ticats.
Congratulations on your contract extension, signing that in November. Why was it important for you to get this done, not test free agency? You mentioned, how you grew as a man in Ottawa. You didn't want to test free agency. You decided to stick around signing an extension.
Yeah, Ottawa's home for me. The guys there, I believe in the system. I believe in what we have there, and we can only grow from here. It's been 2 years, but I'm willing to do what it takes to win games. So I'm not gonna head out.
I had Paul Lapalisse as a coach for 4 seasons in Saskatchewan, and you could see the frustration on. I could see it through the TV, and in his mind. And I got a chance to talk to him when you guys were here in town, and it just like nothing seemed to go right for you guys this year. And I know that's not fair to say, but you talked about having some pieces to build on for next year. And what are some of the young players that you're really looking forward to seeing for next year?
From training camp alone, it was Caleb Evans and Ryan Davis from the jump. Caleb has a rocket on his arm. I'm excited because I saw the connection they have, and then we can only build from there, man. Those are like my best friends. Caleb, we talked to him. My teammate Trey, he's from the Toronto area. He actually showed up with me. So we're all always together. So it's like I said, it was a growing year. Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for those guys. Like, this was my year of like just sitting back and just looking at everything, learning the La Police offense, and it was rough. It was rough at first, but you have guys like Nate Bahar, you have R.J. Harris, they brought in Kenny Stafford, very passionate guy, and you see what we have around there, and it's like we can only grow from here.
When you're looking at, Andy mentioned there, Speedy B has been one of those guys who was such an electric returner, can still do it, but he transitioned into a dynamic receiver. Is that something that you can kind of see yourself maybe following in those kind of footpaths, depending on how the team wants to use you?
Like you said, depending on how the team wants to use me. I'm gonna just do my job, man. That's what we went through in college. It was always just do your job, think big but focus small, focus on what you got to do. And Brandon's a great player, man. I remember growing up, since I'm from Virginia, I used to watch the Skins play, and like seeing him go out there and then coming up here, it was just like, yo, I hope one day I can get to this player.
Throwback.
Yeah.
With those long dreads too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Speedy B.
What's your favorite city to play in the CFL?
Probably Montreal. I've had a couple good games there, so probably Montreal. I haven't played in Hamilton yet, so we'll see.
When do you know, like when you're running one back 111 yards, like when do you know, like, okay, I got this? Like, is there a 40-yard line? Like, is there a certain point where you realize, like, okay, I'm taking this to the house?
You realize it once you cross that line. There's been plenty of situations, like in like college, where like I'm so hyped, and I get in the end zone, and then one of my teammates will come over and be like, "There's a flag," and like that's one of the moments where you're just like, "Oh man," but no, like. I love returning. It's like something where I tell my teammates all the time where I'm at peace. I legit sit back there and I don't think about anything. Catch the ball and go. That's it.
Were you always fast? Like growing up, like were you always like, did you track or like how did
you?
Yeah.
Playing tag.
Yeah.
Playing tag in the neighborhood. Yeah, you play tag in the neighborhood and just being able to avoid people.
You weren't it very much, were you?
No. That and then capture the flag. Love that growing up. Running, get the ball, and then try to make it back, juke everyone out. Yeah, those are my games.
That's awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome. All right, DeVonte, thank you so much for doing this. It's great to meet you, and hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully you get some warm Hamilton hospitality, and I mean that with the utmost sincerity. But thanks for doing this. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. That is DeVonte Dedmon of the Ottawa Redblacks, and hey, we got our keyword. Sign for your keyword for your chance to win Grey Cup tickets as well as round trip flights to anywhere Swoop flies. The keyword for this show. Let's say Speedy B. I was going to say DeVonte Dedmon, but let's say Speedy B. Let's keep it Ticats theme. Is that okay, DeVonte? All right. Okay. So the keyword Speedy B. Go to ticats.ca/listen-to-win to enter, and for all contest details, that's ticats.ca/listen-to-win and enter the keyword Speedy B. Good luck and keep listening all week for more chances to win.
Ongoing coverage of the 2021 Grey Cup Week is provided by the Ticats Audio Network and presented by Swoop Airlines. Subscribe, follow, and like to hear the latest from what's happening in Hamilton leading up to the Grey Cup.